Okay, I'm not doing an intro today, ladies and gentlemen. I present to you the intro by Trump Derangement Syndrome. Here you go.
A candidate who supports a new form of government here that's authoritarian. It's really that simple. And by the way, Reverend Al, when people go, oh, you can't compare him to past Nazi leaders, you can't compare him to this past Nazi leader or that past fascist leader, because he hasn't done that. Well, what hasn't he done? He hasn't done the things that the American judicial system did not allow him to do last time, but may very well allow him to do this time. Just because he hasn't done it yet doesn't mean he won't do it when he gets a chance to do it. And if he is voted into office, then a lot of these people that are talking about literal or figurative or whatever the hell they're saying.
What?
You're going to look like idiots because he will get away with, he will imprison, he will execute.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Whoever he's allowed to imprison, execute, drive from the country.
What's up, everybody? How the hell's your day going? I hope you're having a pretty good day. I just wanted to kind of poke fun a little bit with that. You know, these people, some of these people are really nuts over at MSNBC. They really think that Donald Trump is Hitler, you know, reimagined, I guess, which I don't see it at all. You know, I try to look at it from a nonpartisan perspective. You know, I don't really care for Trump all that much. You know, he's not my first choice for president. He's got his problems. But right now, he is probably the best choice for president. I mean, Vivek Ramaswamy, like I said, y'all probably know that. I would rather have him in there, but, you know, it's not looking like he's going to make it at all. We're still a good year out, but, you know, hey, it is what it is. I'm not going to deny the fact that Trump is, like, killing it right now, essentially. He's just beating the crap out of everybody. I mean, I've been looking at some of these new polls that have been coming out, and it just keeps getting better and better and better for Trump. Biden is sinking quickly, and when is his replacement coming? You know, I keep hearing a lot of talk about, you know, they're going to replace Biden. Biden's not going to be the nominee, but, you know, we're a year out, and, you know, Biden still seems to be in this thing, and they still seem to be going strong, trying to, in other words, the campaign, at least. But it's just getting crazy out there. Yeah, I mean, it's just nuts. Gavin Newsom would do way better, in my opinion. Once again, he wouldn't be any better of a president than Joe Biden, I think. But as far as being able to defeat Trump, that's what I mean. Gavin Newsom would have a choice because he would rally the entire Democratic Party behind him. Because right now, a lot of Democrats are not liking Joe Biden whatsoever. But enough of my tirade. Let's go ahead and get into today's story, because this one, it's kind of out there. I kind of hope it happens due to the releasing of the January 6th tapes. Marjorie Taylor Greene calls for new Jan 6 Select Committee. Yes, and I hope she gets it, because we need some accountability, right? The original January 6th committee put out this narrative that was factually correct, but it wasn't the truth, if you know what I mean. They just showed one side of the story, and they labeled all of these people as terrorists, essentially, and they weren't. You know, I would implore you to go and watch some of that footage. There's a lot of it's being posted on X. You can easily find some of it over there. It is simply insane, the lies, how much we were lied to by the mainstream media and by the January 6th Select Subcommittee. It was just crazy. I mean, they did not show any of the non-violent stuff. They just showed the violent, and a lot of that was skewed too. But let's get into this. what she's going after here. Rep. Marjorie Taylor Greene called for House Speaker Mike Johnson to create a new January 6th Select Committee that would hold the original committee accountable for all the lies, deceit, and lives ruined. In a post on X, she said, releasing the tapes of the January 6, 2021 attack on the U.S. Capitol is not enough. That's right. We need some accountability because Nancy Pelosi lied to the American people about a lot of stuff. They made up all kinds of crap. I mean, they had that one chick that was trying to say that Trump was in the limo going back to the White House or something and tried to take the wheel and turn the car around to go back to the Capitol. You're like, yeah, right, dude. What in the hell is wrong with that person? But every member of the January 6th committee, Nancy Pelosi, FBI, DOJ, DC Police, Capitol Police, January 6th witnesses who lied, all need to be subpoenaed. Wow, that's a lot of subpoenas. The Georgia Republican wrote, criminal referrals must be written and prosecutions must happen under a Trump DOJ. I've said it all along. MAGA did not do this. And I do believe that. I believe that some of the people that were there were kind of sheepish people that just kind of followed along and went in. But there's a big conspiracy theory out there that Antifa disguised themselves as Trump supporters and started all this crap, which would be in their MO. Antifa does do stuff like that. Am I going to buy into it? Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely possible, but I can't say whether that's true or not, and I'm not going to push that conspiracy theory, to be honest, until we get some evidence of that. Mr. Johnson announced Friday that the House Administration Committee will start to release the footage, tapes, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we've already went over all that the other day. This decision will provide millions of Americans, criminal defendants, public interest organizations, and the media an ability to see for themselves what happened that day rather than to rely on the interpretation of a small group of government officials, the Louisiana Republican said. Not all of the tapes will be made public. About 5% of the footage will be withheld because it may involve sensitive security information related to the building architecture, Mr. Johnson said. The January 6th committee originally determined that the attacks were an attempted coup by then-President Donald Trump, and some Republican lawmakers have called for investigations into the now-defunct committee. Yeah, attempted coup my ass. I don't buy that for a second. And a lot of the congressmen seem to be on that same page, to be honest with you. Rep. Troy Nehls of Texas and Senator Mike Lee of Utah said the tapes show a very different view of what happened at the Capitol that day. The J6 committee was a sham, Mr. Nehls said on X. I knew it then. Everybody knows it now. Let's investigate the investigators. Mr. Lee accused the committee's two Republican members, former reps Liz Cheney of Wyoming and Adam Kinzinger of Illinois, of deliberately hiding the security footage. That is wrong if they did that. Why didn't Liz Cheney and Adam Kinzinger ever refer to any of these tapes? Maybe they never looked for them, Mr. Lee said. Maybe they never questioned their own narrative. Maybe they were just too busy selectively leaking the text message of Republicans they wanted to defeat. Given the evidence they apparently suppressed, how much footage and how many other records do you think Nancy Pelosi and the J6 committee deliberately lost or destroyed? Mr. Kinzinger, now a commentator on CNN, mocked Mr. Lee's comments. Oh yeah, what'd you find? Please elaborate with details because you sound pretty sure, he said. More than 1,100 people have been charged. Wow, 1,100 people have been charged and about 800 convicted in connection to the Capitol attack, with many receiving multiple years in jail. Enrique Tarrio, leader of the right-wing Proud Boys group, received the heaviest sentence yet, 22 years in prison, and he wasn't even there. Yeah, didn't show up, wasn't there at all. And that's pretty much all for that story. Now, this whole thing really needs to be hashed out. I think somebody needs to go over all that with a fine-tooth comb and set the record straight, because they just showed their narrative. They cherry picked that footage to build around their narrative that Trump was bad. You can do that with just about anything, but people need to know the truth. The truth is very important. And the truth is all you can ask for. In my opinion, anybody who got violent on January 6th, they should be in jail. They, go to jail. But, I hear story after story after story of some of these people that were nonviolent, that just went there for the rally and went to the Capitol, walked around, on the peaceful side, that are sitting in jail without a trial date. With nothing, their rights are being refused, and it's just wrong. And we need some accountability for that. We need people to get these people out of jail if they were nonviolent, and let them go free. Clear their damn name. If you were nonviolent, you shouldn't be sitting in jail, especially for this long. It's been almost 3 years. It's just crazy, the lengths these people went, the derangement they had from January 6th. I mean, there was much worse. They compared it to 9/11. Really? That's just nuts, in my opinion, and we do need accountability, because the January 6th committee lied. There does need to be another one. I highly doubt we're going to get one, but you never know. Mike Johnson might do the thing. And hey, you never know what's going to happen. But leave a comment down below and let me know what you think about all this crap. Should we have another committee for January 6th to investigate the January 6th committee for lying to the American people and lying under oath in Congress? Should we just leave it alone and let the old wounds heal up? Let me know what you think down below. And that's all I got for this one, y'all. Thanks for watching. And do me a big favor. Be positive. Peace.